There are towns in America right now where you can buy a house for less than a used car. Not a fixer-upper in a rough neighborhood, a real house on a real street in a quiet community where people have lived for generations. These places exist, they're populated, and most Americans have no idea they're there. Here are 50 facts about America's cheapest towns that will make you seriously rethink where you're living right now. Fact 1. The median home price in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan sits around $89,000. That's a 4-bedroom house on the Upper Peninsula, surrounded by the largest freshwater system on the planet, where Lake Superior stretches so wide you'd swear you were looking at the ocean. The city has 14,000 residents and a Canadian twin city right across the International Bridge. Fact 2. In Pikeville, Kentucky, the median home value hovers around $96,000. Pikeville is tucked into the Appalachian Mountains along the Lavisa Fork of the Big Sandy River, a place where the terrain is so steep that the entire city literally rerouted a river and a railroad in the 1980s to make room to grow. You can pick up a 3-bedroom home with a mountain view for under $120,000. Fact 3. Gadsden, Alabama has a median home price of about $85,000 and sits on the banks of the Coosa River 60 miles northeast of Birmingham. The downtown has been quietly revitalizing, with a genuine riverwalk and a local art scene that most outsiders never see coming. Rents for a 2-bedroom apartment average around $700 a month. Fact 4. McComb, Mississippi is one of the least known affordable towns in the South, with median home prices around $72,000. It's a small city of about 12,000 people in Pike County, with a historic downtown and access to I-55 that puts New Orleans within easy driving distance. The cost of living here runs roughly 25% below the national average. Fact 5. Bluefield, West Virginia straddles the Virginia state line and carries a median home price of about $83,000. The town sits at 2,600 feet elevation, which means it averages cooler summers than almost anywhere else in the mid-Atlantic region. If the temperature ever hits 90 degrees Fahrenheit in Bluefield, local tradition says the Chamber of Commerce hands out free lemonade, an offer that rarely gets triggered. Fact 6. Poplar Bluff, Missouri has a median home price around $98,000 and serves as a regional hub for the Bootheel of Missouri, where the state dips down toward the Arkansas border. The Black River runs right through town, and within 45 minutes, you can be deep inside the Mark Twain National Forest. Monthly rent for a decent 2-bedroom unit averages around $750. Fact 7. Clarksburg, West Virginia has seen median home values settle around $80,000 in recent years. It's the county seat of Harrison County, with a population of about 15,000. And the downtown architecture still carries heavy Italian and Eastern European immigrant influence from the glass and coal eras. A 3-bedroom house here can be had for under $110,000. Fact 8. Fort Madison, Iowa sits on the western bank of the Mississippi River with median home prices around $95,000. The town of about 10,000 people has one of the last remaining swing-span railroad bridges on the Mississippi, a massive steel structure that rotates open to let river traffic through. Summers here mean riverfront festivals and historic steamboat culture that feels like stepping into a Mark Twain novel. Fact 9. Minden, Louisiana has a median home price of about $105,000 and carries a small city feel, with genuine southern character, set among the longleaf pine forests of northwest Louisiana. The town hosts one of the oldest continuous 4th of July celebrations in the entire state. 2-bedroom apartments rent for around $650 to $750 per month. Fact 10. Pine Bluff, Arkansas has median home prices that dip as low as $65,000 in some neighborhoods, making it one of the most affordable small cities in the entire country. It's a city of about 40,000 people on the Arkansas River, with a deep blues and jazz heritage that most music fans don't know about. The cost of living is roughly 30% below the US average. Fact 11. Danville, Illinois offers median home prices around $72,000 in a city of about 30,000 people near the Indiana border. There's a real downtown, a local community college, and proximity to Champaign-Urbana that gives residents access to a major university town without paying university town prices. Utilities and groceries here run notably cheaper than Illinois city averages. Fact 12. Lima, Ohio has a median home price of about $85,000 and a population of around 35,000 in the northwest part of the state. The Harding Highway strips and industrial history give it a blue-collar character, but the surrounding Allen County countryside offers farmland scenery and genuine quiet. You can find a 4-bedroom colonial revival home here for under $130,000. Fact 13. Laurel, Mississippi carries median home prices right around $88,000. The city of about 18,000 people became nationally known through a home renovation television show, which has actually sparked some real estate interest, but prices remain dramatically below the national median of over $400,000. The downtown has genuine Victorian commercial buildings that are being steadily restored. Fact 14. Johnstown, Pennsylvania once powered American steel and today has median home prices around $55,000, among the lowest of any small city in the northeastern United States. The city of about 18,000 sits in a bowl carved out by the Conemaugh River Valley, surrounded by forested ridges. A fully renovated brick row house here can cost less than $90,000. Fact 15. Abilene, Texas has a median home price around $155,000, which sounds higher than the others on this list until you remember this is a city of over 125,000 people, with a regional airport, 3 universities, and a full medical center. By Texas standards, Abilene is dramatically underpriced. Average rent for a 2-bedroom apartment sits around $900 per month. Fact 16. Alexandria, Louisiana offers median home prices of about $110,000 for a city of 47,000 residents at the geographic center of the state, straddling the Red River. The area is sometimes called Senla by locals, and it functions as a regional economic hub for central Louisiana, with hospitals, retail, and a small arts scene. Cost of living runs about 18% below the national average. Fact 17. Tupelo, Mississippi, birthplace of Elvis Presley, has a median home price around $145,000 and a metropolitan area of about 115,000 people. It has a functioning local economy anchored by Toyota manufacturing, a regional hospital network, and a surprisingly vibrant downtown dining scene. For a city its size, the affordability to amenity ratio is genuinely hard to beat in the American South. Fact 18. Enid, Oklahoma has a median home price right around $120,000 and is the 9th largest city in Oklahoma with a population of about 50,000. The plains around Enid produce some of the most fertile wheatland in the country, and the town itself has wide streets, a real downtown, and a civic pride that feels a generation behind the cynicism of bigger cities. Monthly apartment rents average around $750 to $850. Fact 19. Muskogee, Oklahoma comes in with median home prices around $100,000 and a city proper of about 36,000 residents in eastern Oklahoma, where the terrain shifts from plains to rolling Ozark foothills. The city sits near the confluence of 3 rivers, the Arkansas, Grand, and Verdigris, making it a legitimate destination for fishing and outdoor recreation. A solid 3-bedroom brick home here runs around $120,000. Fact 20. Hot Springs, Arkansas, not to be confused with Hot Springs Village, the massive planned retirement community nearby, has median home prices around $140,000 and is one of the most underrated small cities in America. There's an actual national park within the city limits, a horse racing track, a thriving art scene along Bathhouse Row, and lakefront property that attracts retirees from across the Midwest. Fact 21. Beckley, West Virginia has median home prices around $85,000 and serves as the largest city in the coalfields region of southern West Virginia with a population of about 15,000. The surrounding New River Gorge became a national park in 2020 which means world-class whitewater rafting and rock climbing is now accessible from an affordable city that almost no one from outside the region knows about. Fact 22. Hattiesburg, Mississippi has a median home price around $145,000 and is home to two universities, the University of Southern Mississippi and William Carey University, giving it a younger population and a more active cultural calendar than most Mississippi cities its size. With about 47,000 residents, it has enough critical mass to support a real restaurant scene, concert venues, and a functioning local economy beyond basic retail. Fact 23. Decatur, Alabama offers median home prices around $130,000 on the Tennessee River in North Alabama, a city of about 54,000 with a functioning industrial base, river access, and easy commuting distance to Huntsville, which has become one of the fastest-growing tech and aerospace corridors in the South. You get Huntsville access without Huntsville prices. Fact 24. Owensboro, Kentucky sits on the southern bank of the Ohio River with median home prices around $155,000. It's the third largest city in Kentucky at about 60,000 people, with an actual riverfront, a downtown that has genuinely reinvested in itself, and a barbecue tradition so specific to the region that they use mutton, a meat almost no other American city serves at mainstream restaurants. Fact 25. Paragould, Arkansas has median home prices around $115,000 in a city of about 30,000 in the northeast corner of the state, where the Delta Flatlands meet the edge of the Ozark foothills. It's close enough to Memphis, Tennessee for city amenities while existing in a separate economic universe. Two-bedroom apartments rent for around $700 a month. Fact 26. Corsicana, Texas has median home prices around $130,000 and sits about 55 miles south of Dallas, which means remote workers can access DFW whenever they need to, while paying a fraction of the housing cost. The city of 24,000 has a notable civic history. It was the site of the first major oil discovery in Texas in 1894, and its downtown still carries beautiful late 19th century commercial architecture. Fact 27. Natchitoches, Louisiana is the oldest permanent European settlement in the Louisiana Purchase Territory, founded in 1714, and has median home prices around $115,000. The historic district along Cane River Lake, technically a lake formed from an oxbow cutoff, is genuinely stunning, with French Creole architecture that draws visitors every Christmas. Population sits at about 18,000. Fact 28. Jackson, Tennessee has median home prices around $155,000 and a population of about 68,000 halfway between Memphis and Nashville on I-40. It has a real hospital system, a regional airport, and enough retail and dining to function completely without driving to either major city. The surrounding Madison County farmland keeps the landscape open and the pace slow. Fact 29. Kingsport, Tennessee offers median home prices around $170,000 in a city of 55,000 in the Tri-Cities region of northeast Tennessee, where Virginia is just minutes away. The area has a well-regarded healthcare system, outdoor recreation in the surrounding Blue Ridge and Appalachian Highlands, and a cost of living that's about 12% below the national average. Fact 30. Texarkana, split between Texas and Arkansas with a state line running literally down the middle of Federal Avenue, has a combined metro median home price around $120,000. You can live on the Texas side and pay no state income tax. You can cross the street to the Arkansas side for a different set of regulations. It's one of the only places in America where you can legally straddle two states from your front yard. Fact 31. Chillicothe, Ohio has median home prices around $105,000 and was the first capital of Ohio, a historical fact that surprises most people. The city of about 21,000 sits on the Scioto River and is surrounded by Hopewell Culture National Historical Park, where ancient earthworks built over 2,000 years ago stretch across the valley in geometric patterns so precise they still puzzle researchers. Fact 32. Jonesboro, Arkansas, has median home prices around $160,000 and is home to Arkansas State University, giving it a college town energy that keeps prices somewhat higher than the rest of Northeast Arkansas, but still dramatically below the national median. The city of about 80,000 has become one of the fastest-growing small metros in the Mid-South over the past decade. Fact 33. Opelousas, Louisiana carries median home prices around $88,000 in a city of about 16,000 that serves as the capital of Cajun Zydeco music culture. If you want to understand what Louisiana actually sounds like when it's not performing for tourists, Opelousas on a weekend evening with a phased doo-doo dance hall spinning in the background is as close as it gets. Rent for a 2-bedroom apartment runs around $650 a month. Fact 34. Muncie, Indiana has median home prices around $95,000 and a population of about 65,000 anchored by Ball State University. The same Muncie that sociologists Robert and Helen Lind used as their model Middletown in the 1920s, a stand-in for the average American city, is now one of the more affordable mid-sized cities in the Midwest. Winters are real and cold, but summers along the White River are genuinely pleasant. Fact 35. Bowling Green, Kentucky has median home prices around $185,000, higher than most on this list, but earns its place because it's a city of 75,000 with a General Motors Corvette assembly plant, Western Kentucky University, and a downtown that actually functions. It's the fastest-growing city in Kentucky and still dramatically cheaper than comparable cities of its size in Ohio or Tennessee. Fact 36. Vicksburg, Mississippi has median home prices around $95,000 in a city of about 22,000 on a dramatic bluff above the Mississippi River. The National Military Park here, preserved Civil War battlefield, wraps around the city in a way that means you're essentially living adjacent to a massive national park. The Hilltop Historic District has antebellum homes that would cost 10 times as much in Savannah or Charleston. Fact 37. Anniston, Alabama offers median home prices around $85,000 in a city of about 21,000 in the Appalachian foothills of northeast Alabama. The surrounding Talladega National Forest provides over 400,000 acres of ridgeline trail and backcountry access right outside the city limits. It's one of the more scenic, affordable, small cities in the entire South. Fact 38. Henderson, Kentucky, on the Ohio River across from Evansville, Indiana, has median home prices around $145,000 and a downtown that has attracted genuine reinvestment, including a performing arts center and a riverwalk that locals are justifiably proud of. The city of about 28,000 has no state income tax burden on most retirement income under Kentucky law. Fact 39. Sikeston, Missouri, in the Boo Heel, has median home prices around $110,000 and is home to one of the most famous fried chicken restaurants in America, Lambert's Cafe, known for throwing rolls at customers. That's a local color detail that tells you something real about how a town sees itself. Population sits around 16,000. Fact 40. Dyersburg, Tennessee, has median home prices around $115,000 and is the commercial center of the Tennessee Delta, the Western Flatlands, where the state's geography looks nothing like the mountains most people picture when they think of Tennessee. Cotton fields stretch in every direction, and the town of 15,000 has a quiet, self-sufficient character that doesn't depend on outside validation. Fact 41. Meridian, Mississippi has median home prices around $80,000 and was once one of the most important railroad junctions in the South. The intersection of the Southern Railway and the Mobile and Ohio Railroad made it a major commercial hub in the late 1800s. The city of about 35,000 still carries architectural ambition in its downtown buildings that outlasted the economy that built them. 2-bedroom rents average around $700. Fact 42. Greenville, Mississippi, not to be confused with Greenville, South Carolina, has median home prices around $70,000 in the heart of the Delta, where the soil is so rich from centuries of Mississippi River flooding that it's among the most productive farmland on Earth. The city of about 28,000 has a deep blues heritage and access to the Great River Road, one of the country's most underrated scenic byways. Fact 43. Coffeyville, Kansas has median home prices around $65,000 and is one of the most genuinely affordable small towns in the Great Plains, with a population of about 9,000 near the Oklahoma border. The famous Dalton Gang attempted to rob two banks simultaneously here in 1892, an event that went badly for the gang and left 8 people dead in what locals still call the Dalton Raid. History comes cheap in Coffeyville. Fact 44. Cleburne, Texas has median home prices around $175,000 and sits 30 miles south of Fort Worth in Johnson County. Close enough to the DFW Metroplex for work access, but jurisdictionally separate enough to maintain a small city character with a real downtown square and ranch country surroundings. It's a town of 32,000 that functions as a quiet alternative to the sprawl engulfing everything north of it. Fact 45. Bay City, Michigan sits at the mouth of the Saginaw River, where it meets Saginaw Bay, an inland arm of Lake Huron, with median home prices around $100,000. The city of about 28,000 has some of the most ornate Victorian commercial architecture in the Great Lakes region. Built during the lumber boom of the 1880s, when Bay City briefly held more millionaires per capita than anywhere in America. Now it's just affordable and beautiful. Fact 46. Shawnee, Oklahoma has median home prices around $110,000 and is the seat of Pottawatomie County, a city of about 31,000, with 2 colleges, Citizen Pottawatomie Nation tribal operations nearby, and an I-40 location that puts Oklahoma City 35 miles to the west. The surrounding red clay hills and cross timbers terrain give it a physical character that's specific to central Oklahoma in a way no photograph quite captures. Fact 47. Clarksville, Arkansas, not to be confused with Clarksville, Tennessee, has median home prices around $115,000 and sits where the Arkansas River Valley transitions into the Ozark Plateau, giving it both river-bottom farmland and mountain terrain within minutes of each other. University of the Ozarks operates here, keeping a small university presence in a town of about 10,000. The fall color along the ridgelines runs from late October into November and looks like it belongs in New England. Fact 48. Ironwood, Michigan, in the western Upper Peninsula, has median home prices around $65,000 and sits along the Montreal River at the Wisconsin border, surrounded by the Ottawa National Forest. Population has been declining for decades, down to about 4,500, which is exactly why the housing is so cheap. The winters are punishing, with snowfall that regularly exceeds 200 inches per season, but for the right person, that's not a downside. It's the entire point. Fact 49. Ardmore, Oklahoma has median home prices around $115,000 and is one of those I-35 corridor towns between Oklahoma City and Dallas that most people drive through without stopping. The city of about 25,000 has a full-service economy, hospitals, retail restaurants, and sits within what's become a legitimate oil and gas economy in the Ardmore Basin. Lake Murray State Park, one of the oldest state parks in Oklahoma, sits just south of town. Fact 50. McAlester, Oklahoma has median home prices around $100,000 and sits in the Choctaw Nation homeland in eastern Oklahoma, where the terrain starts to roll and fold in ways that surprise people who think Oklahoma is flat everywhere. The city of about 18,000 hosts the Oklahoma Prison Rodeo Grounds and a McAlester Army ammunition plant that has kept a steady employment base through every economic cycle since World War II. Houses here are solid, cheap, and completely ignored by every national real estate trend piece written in the past 20 years. Every single one of these places is real, populated, and available right now. None of them show up in the best places to live listicles that run in national magazines, and that's not an accident. Those lists are written for people who already have money. These towns are for people who are paying attention. Drop a comment telling which fact surprised you the most, and if any of these match where you're thinking of heading next. If this kind of intel is useful, hit like and subscribe there are plenty more hidden corners of America left to cover.